Okay, I am live. Welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. I am here once again to do a love reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or wherever else you have Scorpio in your chart. And even if you don't, this could still be for you. But remember, if it doesn't resonate, don't try and make it fit. Uh, Thinking the universe didn't feel that my last reading was going to resonate. I just had a whole big thing happen. Did not realize my cats had unplugged my computer. Yay, thanks, kitties. and, and my computer died most of the way through my reading. And this has happened once before. I thought, okay, I'll do a part 1 and a part 2. And when I came back to YouTube, YouTube did not like that idea. YouTube was stuck on the live. I had to completely delete the entire video that I had just made, which was most of the way done. Thanks, YouTube. They've changed some things, and apparently they don't they don't like it when you leave a live, when your computer shuts off randomly by itself. There's no way to reset that. So I'm going to redo this reading. Which tells me that there is something else that needs to come out. So, in case you have not you did not catch any of the live reading before, I will explain again what's going on here. I'm doing a reading about your person, about someone who maybe you're just getting to know them. Maybe you haven't gotten into a connection yet with them. Maybe you're newly into a connection with your person. Or maybe you haven't even met them yet. But we're going to pick some cards from the Good Tarot and from the Oracle Tarot. And get into your person's psyche a little bit. Find out what they're thinking and feeling and all that fun stuff. So let me just finish shuffling here. Can't believe it. That's the thing with live too. Like, I guess if I was just recording, then I could like pause and go back and I don't know, edit. Not this time. Not this way. So, all right, here we go. Here we go. Did I mention readings are timeless? So whenever you catch this is the right time for you. Roles can be reversed. So my intention is that I'm looking into your person's psyche. So we'll find out what, or better to say, as I talk, I'm going to be talking about it ultimately from their perspective, but switch it around if you need. Okay. So, first question, how does your oh man, how does your person feel about you? 3 of air. It'll be interesting if any of the same cards come up. 3 of air. Well, this is the card of needing to see the silver lining in a situation. That yes, there's some grief, there's some heartbreak. This card in the other deck did come up. This is how your person feels about you. Trying to see the silver lining, that it's hoping that things are going to get better. There's one other definition of this card that I'm missing that I think is important. Oh, it's the whole rejection is protection thing. I think this person is feeling rejected by you. You have met this person, or if you haven't yet, you're going to get to know them and then reject them, apparently. What about this 3 of air? Ego and internal politics. I think that you encountered someone who had a lot of ego who was deceptive in some way, who was sneaky, who they weren't on the up and up. They were not being honest. And you were like, no, no, thank you. I'm good. And you had to walk away. I have a feeling this reading is going to be very similar. It's what needs to come out. Oh my God. This is the card that the computer shut off on. Balance and harmony. I'm still clarifying, what do they feel about you? Balance and harmony. They want balance and harmony, but there isn't balance and harmony in this situation. How can there be when they feel so stuck? They're striving for it. They would like to gain this in the relationship. They could be feeling this way about you. They could be feeling like you're being sneaky, like you're holding something back, you're hiding something. But they're feeling rejected for one reason or another, and they would really like to regain their balance with you. What are they thinking about you? That's how they're feeling. What are they thinking? They're thinking that that you're walking away from them, or they might have to walk away from you. There's some kind of turning their back. Someone's turning their back. We've got the treasure chest here. Someone had their treasure and they turned their back on it for something else, something coming in. Once again, in this deck, there's something to this card that I'm forgetting. Letting go and seeking a deeper meaning and greater authenticity. Someone, this is how they're thinking about you. Maybe that they need to let go, or that you're letting go. Because it was too superficial. This connection, it wasn't based on much. Whoever, we'll just say it was your person, too much in their ego. And you're just like, sorry, I need someone who's authentic. Is what they're thinking about you. That you, either you or them is needing to take time to recover, to go within, walking away, feeling sad. It's just like, this has been a little bit of a problem, this connection. A little bit of a problem. Retreating and recovering, walking away. Who's doing this though? Sorry, I'm going to get one more. I need another clarification. Yeah, the hermit, wisdom of solitude. Taking the time to go within. Somebody here, you or them, is needing to figure out what happened here. What happened? I mean, it must have started good, but somebody was like, no, I'm not dealing with your BS. And to go within like this, that, they're kind of, that she's in this fetal position. There's some pain here. Yeah, the three of air, heartbreak. Somebody's hurt. Somebody's hurting. Maybe both of you. Maybe it was the kind of thing where they're just being them, and that was not working for you. Maybe they're into playing games, or they're not being forthright, or just being out of balance in their life in general. And maybe you wanted this and you were just like, no, it hurts too much. And you walking away, then they ended up feeling that way. So let's go to let's go to a happier question for a minute. What do they like about you? What do they like about you, Scorpio? Queen of Waters. This is your card. You're so loving. You're so nurturing. You're all about healing and caring. So compassionate. So compassionate. They really I mean, I'm asking what they like about you. I think they love you. They love you because you love so, I was gonna say so bigly, in such a big way. Oh man. Oh yes, this is where we're at. um, I don't think they've ever met anyone like you. Unfulfilled expectations. This is what they like about you, that you're not willing to settle. This came up in the last reading. Yes, they really respect you for walking away, for being like, you know what? I deserve better. Yes, I happen to know the grass is greener on the other side. I'm not sticking around here for just 5 cups. I want my 10 cups. You you have so much to give. You bring so much to the table that you need someone to reciprocate and do the same. And they really like that. They really respect you for that. What don't they like about you? 6 of Earth. This is a card of happy surprises, generosity. Oh, generosity. They don't like that you give so much of yourself. I think it freaked them out because you probably showed up and you're like, hey, we have a connection here. And you just gave everything. That's that's kind of what Scorpios do. It's just like you when you find someone you like, you go all in. You go all in, and that freaked them out. It it was this wonderful happy surprise, and then they panicked. Total panic. Love energy. Yeah, you came at them with all of this love, all of this new energy. They weren't ready. They weren't ready for what you had to offer. And maybe they had to walk away, or maybe it caused them to act all weird and caused you to walk away. They didn't like that about you because you forced them to have to play their hand, and they're not used to someone like that. You were probably very open and genuine, authentic. You had something to offer them, this new beginning, and it freaked them the F out so hard. Okay, what do they like about the connection? Patience. They there's a feeling of moderation in this connection of and I have to again in the last reading there was this kind of them being very like used to things moving very quickly and like starting up really fast and then ending as quickly as it started. And in this connection, even though you started out by giving so much, there was a sense of it didn't happen in the same way as they're used to. There was a sense of moderation of it building. And though you were all in pretty quickly, it wasn't crazy. It wasn't crazy town like they're used to. This is what they like about the connection, the high priestess. This was a spiritual connection. You two came together. There was something that you two had in common, in some kind of spiritual understanding, spiritual practice, intuition. Um, you had some kind of common ground in this way. They really liked that. And chances are they had not had that with someone before. And maybe for you as well. And that was why you showed up and you're just like, oh, yeah, I've never met anyone like you before. You're amazing. Oh my God. La, 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 la. And they're like, what? Wait a second. Breaks. Um, but you weren't crazy like that. You were just, it was more your energy. It wasn't you being all crazy. It was just your energy was so big. Because they, again, there's this sense of moderation, of patience, that it wasn't moving forward very quickly. Interestingly, in the last reading, there was something around oh, I thought I saw 1111. Apparently I didn't. Anyway, I saw 11. um there was something about you two living apart, potentially continents apart. Um Different parts of the world. But anyway, let's look at what they don't like about the connection. Of air. um, you two are very similar. You two both have very strong boundaries, are both very independent. You two also have both been hurt in the past, and you're like not willing to put up with BS, period. You both are tapped in, you're connected to your intuition, to your higher power, to your wisdom. But there's a point when it's just, there's an impasse. You both are just like, this is how I feel. This is how I feel. Okay, we're done. New career moves. Oh, potentially because one or both of you is working on something new, developing something, some kind of new job, new business, new side hustle, putting a lot of energy into creating something new, needing to have those strong, healthy boundaries, not having a lot to put into a connection. She's also really good at communicating. There was a there was some kind of communication. I want to say there was a communication breakdown. Normally, this card is very much about clear communication, but I'm kind of getting the feeling like both of you were communicating clearly, but it wasn't being received clearly. And somehow it had to do with some kind of new financial endeavor. What about that? Your own power. Oh, oh, because there was some kind of choice here. Someone needing to make a choice. Do I focus on my job? Yeah, I'm going to focus on my job, making money, versus putting energy into this thing, into this connection. Could also be choosing between two people. That did come up in the last reading. But because it lands on new career moves, it's kind of seeming like it was a career move. New career move. It was all about focusing on needing to just put everything into making money, becoming more financially stable. So what are their highest hopes? What's your person's highest hopes? The Fool. They want a new beginning and to take a leap of faith. They feel very optimistic that maybe something can work out from all of this because you did have a very strong connection. Stress and anxiety. Who is this person? This is their highest hope. Stress and anxiety. What? Please clarify. Stress and anxiety, what? Unexpected revelation, which is what came up in the last reading. What? Why are they hoping for this? Why would they want a new beginning that leads to heartbreak and stress and anxiety? I don't understand. I'm sorry. I need to go. This doesn't make sense to me. I'm going to go to Wisdom of Avalon. What does this mean? What does this mean? Wealth. Oh, I think they're hoping that money will solve the problem. This unexpected revelation, heartbreak, which we get twice in the reading. Twice in the reading. I don't know that this is necessarily another person. I think this is the third party is the job, is the whatever it is, making money. And that to ease the burden, to mend the heartbreak, take away the stress and anxiety, making money is what's going to fix it, because then they can move forward unencumbered, with no worries, optimistic, ready for a new beginning. Okay, thank you. So what are their deepest fears then? What's their deepest fears or fear? Four of Earth. That they're going to lose you. That there wasn't an opportunity to really build this on a solid foundation, and that foundation could potentially crumble. That no matter how tightly they hold on to you, you're going to slip away. You're going to slip through their fingers. This might have come up in the last reading in the same position. Reflection. This is their deepest fear. This definitely came up in the last reading. They're afraid that you are, this time that you're taking away. This is you, I think. This hermit that I brought up before, the hermit and the rest and recovery retreat, the walking away. I think that's you. I think that's you, because this is their deepest fear. That this time that you're spending alone, going within, healing, you're doing a lot of inner work. You're assessing. And they are so afraid that you are going to realize that this connection is not worth it. That if they try and come towards you, like once they, have a solid foundation, that they build their wealth, and then they're able to meet you on some kind of financial level. Maybe they feel like they're not in a good financial place, and so they can't start a new beginning, particularly if you do live apart, like a distance apart. But they're really afraid that in this time that they're trying to build themselves up, that you're going to discover, no, this isn't worth it. I don't. Maybe there were some fun times. Maybe I got something out of it, but mostly I feel like you've been left feeling lacking in some way. So let's look at how this is going to play out. What's the outcome? What's the outcome? Temptation. Oh my God. This is the card of the devil in some decks. I think there's a chance they're going to reach out, and you're going to feel very tempted. But you may have come to that understanding that if you indulge, if you go for it, it's going to leave you feeling not good. Jeez, these readings, good fortune. Yeah, you are this whole situation has brought you to this place of understanding that you have everything within yourself to be happy, and maybe you didn't realize that when you entered into this in the beginning, and through the time that you've taken to recover, to heal, gain that wisdom through the solitude, you realize that you can handle yourself, that you're totally good on your own. And you don't need a bunch of BS in your life. You need someone who who can handle themselves, can be totally good on their own. And yes, they're working on it, but the way they've gone about doing things in this relationship, I think you're just like, no, I'm good on my own. This is the happy single person building your wealth on your own, being totally I can't think of the term, just being able to rely on yourself for anything that you need. So, so what's your advice? What's your advice, Scorpio? Know that something good is coming in for you. This is all about your ships coming in. This is about moving confidently and passionately towards whatever it is you want. Ultimately, you do want love, right? You you do what you can to get as far as you can, and fulfilling yourself and making yourself happy, that raises your vibration, that brings in more. It brings in the good, what's rightfully yours. And the Empress. Yeah. Yeah, this person, back to this card, this person likes this about you. Be even more of that. Be even more nurturing, more loving. Despite what has happened, do not close your heart. Let this be a lesson to open it even wider. That you met this person for a reason, probably to help you learn to love yourself more, to respect yourself more, to put yourself first, because you have something so beautiful to bring into the world. You have the ability. The Empress is good on her own. She does not need help. She draws in help. It comes to her without her even asking. But she could totally do it on her own if she needed to. This is you being totally solid in yourself, loving yourself enough that that's all you need. And then anyone else who comes in is just a bonus. Yeah. Yeah. Heavy, a little bit of a heavy reading there. Um, I was just wondering if I should pick one more card. I feel like I wanna do something. Let's just do Spirit Animal Oracle just to see, just to top it off and see. Yeah, it's intense what you're going through, but also it's really transformative. It's really beautiful. It's working out in your favor. Absolutely. Squirrel spirit, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself that you have what it takes to manifest what you want, to have the success that you want. Wherever you feel you're lacking in your life, it's simply because you have more to learn. And by going through what you don't want, it teaches you what you do want. That's part of the lesson. And then you move towards what you want. Believe that you can get where you want to go, that you can meet the person of your dreams. That probably is not this person, as tempting as they are. And who knows? I mean, maybe, maybe, you know, they'll maybe someday you'll come back together. There's no clear indication of that one way or the other. This is more about you. And once you kind of reclaim your power, you get into that place where you're like, doesn't matter. Either way. If they can totally turn things around and show up in a way that I deserve, okay, maybe I'll consider it. But you just know. You know what you're worth. Believe in yourself. Yeah. Okay. There's your reading. There's your reading. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me. I wish you well on this. Hang in there. It'll all work out really well. And thanks for being here. I appreciate you. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are in the world. And I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And if you haven't already, like, subscribe, and share.